You'll need a microphone.
Director Barnes.
Here.
Director Beck.
Here.
Director Hayes. Director Postian.
Here.
Director Potts. Director Yonke.
Tim, did you say Linda's on?
Director Hayes.
Hey, Linda. Can you hear us? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone. Does that sound okay? And then, so Ivy's gonna call a roll call, and then I'll turn my microphone on for you. How's that sound? Okay. Go ahead, Ivy.
Director Hayes.
Present. We'll move right into the consent agenda. And on the consent agenda, the only item that we're looking at are the personnel items. So can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Mr. Vice President,
Yes.
do we have quorum?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Thank you. Then I move to approve the consent agenda as written.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Now we'll move into items requiring action. Resolution ordering election on the question of continuing to levy a voter-approved physical plant and equipment property tax levy. May I have a motion? May I have a motion on the physical plant and equipment levy? Director Barnes, would you make that motion?
Yes, I'd be happy to. Recommend that the board approve the following resolution calling for a special election on March 3rd, 2026 to approve a renewal of the physical plant and equipment levy for 10 years commencing July 1st, 2029 through June 30th, 2039. Whereas this board has determined that an election should be called on the question of continuing the levy of voter-approved physical plant and equipment property tax. Now, therefore, it is resolved by the Board of Directors of Davenport Community School District in the counties of Scott and Muscatine, State of Iowa, Section 1. That election is called of the qualified electors of the Davenport Community School District in the counties of Scott and Muscatine, State of Iowa on Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. The following public measure is approved, and the Secretary is authorized and directed to submit and file the public measure for the ballot with the Scott County Commissioner of Elections at least 46 days prior to the election. Public measure shall the Board of Directors of the Davenport Community School District in the counties of Scott and Muscatine, State of Iowa, for the purposes of purchasing and improving grounds, constructing schoolhouses or buildings, and opening roads to the schoolhouses or buildings, purchasing of buildings, purchase of lease or lease purchase of technology and equipment, paying debts contracted for the erection or construction of schoolhouses or buildings, not including interest on bonds, procuring or acquisition of libraries, repairing, remodeling, reconstructing, improving or expanding the schoolhouses or buildings and additions to the existing schoolhouses, expenditures for energy conservation, renting facilities under Iowa Code Chapter 28E, purchasing transportation equipment for transporting students, lease purchase option agreements for school buildings or equipment, purchasing equipment authorized by law or for any purpose or purposes now or hereafter authorized by law, be authorized for a period of 10 years to levy annually a voter-approved physical plant and equipment property tax not to exceed $1.34 per $1,000 of the assessed value of the taxable property within the school district, commencing with the levy for collection in the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2030, or each year thereafter. Just point of order, do I need to continue with each section?
Yes, you do.
Section 2, that the notice of the election ballot form used at the election shall be prepared in accordance with the provisions of the Iowa Code and Iowa Administrative Rules. Section 3, Scott County, Iowa is the controlling county for this election. Section 4, that the election board for the voting precinct or precincts be appointed by the county commissioner of elections for each county conducting an election not less than 15 days before the election. Section 5, the commissioner of elections for each county conducting an election is requested and directed to make publication of the notice of election at least once, not less than 4 days, nor more than 20 days prior to the election in a newspaper that meets the requirements of Iowa Code Section 49.53(2). Section 6, that the county commissioner of elections for each county conducting an election shall prepare all ballots and election registers and other supplies as necessary for the proper and legal conduct of this election, and that the secretary of the board is authorized and directed to cooperate with the commissioners of elections in preparation of the necessary proceedings. Section 7, that the secretary is directed to file a certified copy of this resolution in the office of the county commissioner of elections and controlling county to constitute the written notice to the county commissioner of elections of the election date required to be given by the governing body under provisions of Iowa Code Chapter 47.
Thank you, Director Barnes. Is there a second? Seconded by Director
Second.
Hayes. Seconded by Director Hayes. Is there any discussion? If not, this will be a roll call vote. Director Barnes?
Yes.
Director Hayes? Director Beck?
Yes.
And my vote is yes. Motion carries. I would entertain a motion for adjournment. Moved by Hayes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Beck. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.